Hi Pearl and Axel, it's Grandpa Neefsey. Today I want to show you 3 of the beautiful spring wildflowers that are blooming at the Wolf Road Prairie right now at the end of April. The first flower is the Trout Lily. The second flower is the wild strawberry. And the third flower has a funny name. It's called the hoary puccoon, which I will explain later. So let's get started and take a look at the trout lily. Here's a closer look at the white trout lily. It blooms at the end of April for just about 2 weeks. Since it only blooms for such a short time, it's called an ephemeral wildflower, which means it doesn't last very long. It's called a trout lily because if you look at the leaves, you can see they are green with brown blotches or spots on them, which reminded people of the coloring on the side of a brook or brown trout, a fish that lives in rivers and streams. You can also notice that the flower is nodding or upside down. When the stem gets near the flower, the stem bends sharply, so the flower hangs upside down. Here's an even closer view of the trout lily. You can see how the white petals curl up at the ends. You can also see the stamens with their anthers covered with yellow pollen in the middle of the flower, and the single white pistil hanging down in the middle of the stamens. This is a wild strawberry. The flower has 5 white petals and many yellow stamens with anthers in the middle that release the pollen. At the bottom of the picture you can see the 3 leaflets of the wild strawberry. They are called leaflets because they are actually the 3 parts of one big leaf. You can see how the edges of the leaflets are not smooth but are jagged, like a saw blade with teeth that are sharp sticking out. The wild strawberry plant is the ancestor, the great-great-great-great-great-grandfather or grandmother of our modern strawberry plants that produce the strawberries we grow in our gardens or buy in the supermarket. The modern strawberries are big and juicy, but the fruits of the wild strawberry are much smaller and not so tasty. This plant with beautiful deep yellow-orange flowers is called a hoary puccoon. Why does it have this strange name? Well, the word puccoon is a Native American name for a plant whose root was used to make a dye. The root of the hoary puccoon was used by the Native Americans to make a red dye to color pottery or clothing or other things. The word hoary is an old form of the word hairy, which you know very well. If you look closely at the stems or the underside of the leaves, you can see that they are covered with tiny little white hairs. And that's why it's called hoary. So this is the hoary puccoon at the Wolf Road Prairie.